What is going on, everybody? My name's Dean, or as you guys know me, Twisty3 over here on this channel. Today we're doing another tier list, and we're actually going to be doing one of these for every single Big Bash team between now and I suppose the finals of the Big Bash. So some of them I might have a little bit more information than others in terms of what I know and my knowledge. So I figured I would start off with the team that I know the best, which is the Melbourne Stars, because I watch all their games because I actually support them. Now I know there's like a Big Bash game on every single night, but I don't watch every single night. I watch the Stars when they're on, and then I watch other games if I see they're entertaining enough. So let's get stuck into it. Alright, so I've gone again, I've gone on to Tier Maker. We've got our Melbourne Stars team list here. We're going to go through one by one, all of the players, and if I don't know them, I'll be very disappointed in myself, because I'm supposed to be a Stars fan. So, we're going to go through this one by one. We're going to rank them from S to C. I've also got a no idea just in case I have no idea about that player. And then we'll also be ranking them across within their ranking. So we will sort of have a 1 to 20 odd ranking because it's about 20 players. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is, because we are going to go through these in a bit of an order, but we're going to get rid of Pat Brown straight away and chuck him in the no idea bracket. The reason I'm doing this is because he was supposed to be the Dale Steyn replacement, but unfortunately he got injured. So he's not actually going to play a single game for the Melbourne Stars. So that's why he is in the no idea, because I've got no idea. Alright, let's go through these guys one by one, see what we get. Alright, we got Adam Zampa. He is definitely, at least an A grader. He's probably an S grader because he is going to play for Australia. Hopefully he gets a run in the T20 World Cup for Australia, but at the moment, we'll chuck him in the S because he is an Australian player. Benny Dunk. He's sort of declined a little bit over the last couple of years, but I'm still going to chuck him in the A bracket, because he's still been one of the lifelong servants of the Big Bash. I don't think he's ever made 100. I know he was very close. He got a 91 or something. But he is one of the leading run scorers. I think he's one of the top 5 leading run scorers of the Big Bash of all time. So he definitely gets himself in there with an A. Ben Dunk. And of course, as we add more people to these brackets, we'll sort of be listing them like that. This is Clint Hinchcliffe. I'm gonna chuck him in the no idea bracket, because I'm sorry, I haven't seen him play enough cricket, so I don't want to, this is the reason I'm putting a no idea in is because I don't want to give them an unfair grading because I haven't seen them play. Like, I've heard so many good things about Pat Brown, but because I haven't seen him play, I can't rank him highly, for that reason. So it's good to have that little bracket there. So Hinchcliffe, we'll chuck him in the no ideas there. But chances are, if he's not getting a game, he's probably in the C bracket, I would say. Dale Steyn, he's obviously an S player. Can we move him to the top there? Yes, we can. Because he's obviously, he only played 3 or 4 games. I know he didn't play, didn't take like a bunch of wickets for the Melbourne Stars, but, he is still a world-class bowler in his own right. So he is, going to be at the top of our rankings for now. Anyway, this is Dan, what do we got? Dan Worrell, the next one. We're going to just chuck him slightly above Ben Dunk. One of the very, very good bowlers for the Melbourne Stars. A-grade bowler, I would say, obviously in the squad for the Melbourne Stars. Does a very good job. Does Frankie Worrell and competes with the other seamers in the Big Bash. Does a very good job. For the Stars now that he's come in this season. Not sure where he came across from, but he's definitely doing a very good job. Next player is the captain, Glenn Maxwell. He'll be at the top of the tree. Obviously, Glenn Maxwell, very, very good cricketer. All-rounder, can bowl very well, can bowl economically and take wickets. Obviously, one of the most, if not the most inventive batsmen in the short-form cricket. Can hit the ball 360. Just a first-class player. That is very, very hard to compete against. So, top-notch stuff, Maxwell with an S. Hilton Cartwright, a bit more of a depth player from the Perth Scorchers, I think he came across from. He's an all-rounder, but doesn't necessarily bowl. He's more of a batting all-rounder. So he's sort of an interesting one. I'm actually going to put him in the B bracket here. He can play, he plays a role. He's a role player. He's not necessarily your superstar player that he's going to score a lot of runs or take a lot of wickets, but he can do a job for you, which is a lot of the time that's what you need in 2020 cricket. Sometimes you just need players who are there to do a job for you, and that's what I think Hilton Cartwright does for the Melbourne Stars. I don't know. He's played a few games so far this season, but I think, yeah, he's definitely a good player. Coleman, he's played a few games for the Stars over the years. Hasn't necessarily been a superstar player for them over the years. So he's just another sort of bowler. Again, another role player. Probably would really only get a game when those international players go out, which normally happens. They're not actually coming out a lot this year. Only Zampa is the only one missing this year. So maybe he probably won't get a gig too many times throughout this Big Bash, especially with Frankie Worrell bowling so well. So yeah, a little bit disappointing for him, but giving him a C ranking. John O'Merlo, he's a B-rated player. He's sort of come into the squad a little bit of time this year, and really he's again another one of those, role-playing all-rounders. Doesn't necessarily do a heap with the bat, doesn't necessarily do a heap with the ball, but comes in and does a job for the Melbourne Stars. So happy to have him there. I'm just going to grab Tom O'Connell here and chuck him in the no idea bracket because, again, I've got no idea. Obviously, super young player, so he'll get his opportunity at some stage, I'm sure. Lance Morris, he has actually not played a game for the Stars. So if I had any idea, that'd be fantastic, but I don't. So again, chuck him in the no idea. Now, if you're wondering what I'm ranking these players on, it is sort of on their performance in the Big Bash, as well as a little bit of their over their career as well. So it's a little bit of both. Marcus Stoinis, he's got to be an S rank player, very, very high quality all-rounder. I don't know. I think I've still got Zampa ahead of him there. Zampa staying at max, but yeah, just because he can be a little inconsistent at times. He's at the time of recording this video, he is the current golden cap with the bat holder. So obviously he's in some pretty good form. Hasn't bowled at all throughout this Big Bash. Just been opening the batting for the Stars. But he's definitely a very good player. I'm surprised he's not playing in Australia's tour of India. They've got a couple of ODIs going on at the moment, so I'm not sure why he's not playing in that squad. Because I think he's still a very good short form player, even in the one-day game rather than just the 2020s. Nathan Coulter-Nile. It's a very tough decision here because I don't know where to put him. I think he's better than Stoinis, and he might just be a little bit better than Zampa. So I might chuck him here in the middle because obviously Coulter-Nile, very good player, can bowl, can bat as well, can have a role with the bat. We saw it in the World Cup. He actually made, he made 60 or 70 odd from 30 or 40 balls for Australia against the West Indies. Really saved us that inning. So, he can do a lot, especially, in one day and 2020 game. Again, another player that's not playing, in those one day games, come across from, the Perth Scorchers in the last Big Bash season. And he has, certainly made his name at the Melbourne Stars. I think this Stars side can win this year, especially with Coulter-Nile, Maxwell, and I think Zampa should be back by the time the finals are on. So it should be a really ripping time, and especially with Stoinis and stuff at the top. Next player, Nick Maddinson. He's an A. Unfortunately, he doesn't get himself into the S bracket just yet. He is a very good player, but unfortunately, he just hasn't been as consistent, especially this season from the Big Bash. Not a lot of stuff at the top for the Melbourne Stars, so he hasn't really delivered. Maybe he's a little bit, maybe just above Dunk in terms of just his power hitting game. Dunk's more of a knock it around type player. He does have a bit of power, but Maddo very unpredictable. But he can be very good when he wants to. So interesting, but I'm going to chuck him there with an A. Nick Larkin, he's going to be an A, I think. Or is he B? He's either a high B or a low A here, Nick Larkin, because he has had a couple of really good performances. He's batting at 3 for the Stars this year, so he's doing a bit of a job there. Is he? Don't know. I'm gonna leave him as a high B just because I don't think he has moved into that next echelon of A yet. So he's just gonna be a high B. And I'm gonna do the same thing with Seb Gotch. Gonna have him just below Nick Larkin there because, again, another guy that does play his role with the bat, does a very good job on occasion, when he's required. But he's not high enough in the batting order to really stamp his authority yet. So that's what Larkin is, and that's why he's got himself into that high B section. Next, we got Peter Hanscom, who is going to be in the S bracket. I want to put him above Stoinis, just only because we haven't seen Stoinis bowl throughout this Big Bash yet. Hanscom, obviously being a keeper, is one of the guys. Obviously, Hanscom and Zampa, sorry, there's two guys going to India to play for Australia in the one-day side. So Hanscom there. In that S bracket, very good player for the Melbourne Stars. Or does he just go slightly above Adam Zampa? No, Zampa. I've got Zampa just slightly higher than him. But again, this is a very good Stars outfit. That's why I've got, what are they, six S-rated players, and I still got 2 guys to rank. I'm going to leave this man, Harris Ralph, to last. I'm going to go with Sandeep Lamashane, and do I put him in the A's or the S's? S for Sandeep. Look, he's probably pretty close to an S because he is a very, very good bowler. They love him at the Melbourne Stars. He's been there for a couple of seasons now. From Nepal, of course, Sandeep does a very good job. Is he an S or is he at the top of the A? That's where I'm trying to work out where he fits now. I think he's probably, yeah, look, he gets wickets. He gets wickets and he gets them at a pretty economical rate. So I'm going to put Sandeep up there in the S bracket, but at the bottom of it, because he's not bad. And this man, Harris Ralph, he's just come in to this Melbourne Stars side with the injury. Dale Steyn missed the first 2 games. Now that Pat Brown is injured, Harris Ralph is in the side. Is he a C? No, because he's better than that. Is he a B? No, because he's better than that. Is he an A? He could be at the top of the A, but no, he's going to be an S bowler. So Harris Ralph has played 3 games, and he is currently 3rd on the rankings for wickets taken. 3 out of 7 games, I think it is, or 3 out of 6 games, 3 out of 7 games that he's played, and he's taken 10 wickets. So he's got to be in the S bracket. Because he's done such a bloody good job. Took 3, 5, and then 2 in his 3 games. He's just bowling superbly right now. He's bowling superbly. He's got the best economy rate in the entire Big Bash right now. I could even have him higher on this list. The only reason I'm not going to have him higher is because I know all these other guys are superstars at international level. So Harris Ralph been the find of the tournament so far for the Melbourne Stars, and this is what I've got with my final tier list for the Stars. Obviously, Harris Ralph up there in the A. We got 8 S-ranked players, 3 in the A, 4 in the B, 1 in the C, and a few blokes that I don't have a clue about. So unfortunately for them, they don't get a ranking. But that's it. I'll leave the link down in the description below if you want to try it yourself. I'll be doing this with every single Big Bash team throughout January. You'll probably see a couple of these throughout each week, maybe one every other day. The Stars obviously being the first team, and I'm going to work my way down the teams as we go through the Big Bash. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash like, and let me know down below if there's anything I got wrong. Chances are I did. Let me know about it. I want to know. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.